Their hands are up, which means, hey, don't start. We're not ready.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yep.
We can see the Princeton Coxon, Connor Neal, the pride of St. Joe's Prep from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, go Hawks, right?
Go Hawks. And all hands are down. Blades locked in. We have a start. And away we go in the men's Varsity 8 race, the battle for the Content Cup. Princeton, furthest from the camera, in lane 2. Brown, closest to the camera, currently in lane 3. Both crews explosive off the blocks, shooting out. And the Tigers, with a slight early advantage, a few inches over their competition, the Brown Bears. But Brown hanging in there.
Yep, Brown again with a bucket, this time on the opposite side of the boat, Keenan.
How about that?
Yeah, wild. You didn't really tell anyone what it's good for, but here we go. 250 meters down, and there are inches of a margin between the two. I can't tell who's out in front, Keenan.
I think it's bow ball to bow ball right now, Tommy. It depends. Who's ever at the finish is up. Who's ever at the catch is down, and that's what we have. We have a back and forth race so far.
Exciting for spectators, Keenan.
Very exciting for spectators.
Nerve-wracking for the rowers.
I don't know if they're feeling nerves right now. I think it's just pure adrenaline, Tommy.
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
You should know better than I do. Both crews striding out to their base cadence. Still pretty level here. Princeton, they've taken it down to about a 38. 500 meters in. Brown also keeping it pretty high. Brown striking about a 38 as well. So, you know, at this stage of the season, Tommy, that's probably their base cadence. 38 is something that you can be hitting this time of year.
Absolutely. The more strokes you take, the higher your rhythm.
We look across here, and it is still bow ball to bow ball. I would say, oof, too tough to call here, Tommy. This is going to be a tight one.
We caught up with the coaches, and they all said this was going to be a burner, and we're looking. It's a burner.
It's a burner, Tommy.
Princeton Varsity again. We got 3 seniors in the boat on their last race here on Lake Carnegie of their Princeton careers. Marco Masasi in 7th seat. He's the captain of the team. We got Hanno Brach in 4th seat and Nick Taylor in bow seat. All here for senior day, all hoping for the best outcome and doing everything they can to get it.
Exactly right, Tommy. And so far, this Princeton crew is grinding. They're starting to move. Princeton, Cox, and Connor Neal calling a big move, and it's getting the Tigers a little bit of traction right now. Looks like they're starting to take a touch of margin over Brown. Tough to tell from the angle of the media launch, but it looks like Princeton is, definitely up about a 1.5 seats as we are through 1,000 meters now.
Yep, 1,000 meters down, Keenan, and you know what that means. 1,000 meters to go. A lot of race left. So let's see what these two crews can put together. Yeah,
looks like pretty flat conditions here, as it typically is here on Lake Carnegie.
Which is why they have this race here every year rather than Brown's course. The coaches agreed that this is a great test for what they're going to be seeing at the Eastern Sprints, because the water is comparable.
Exactly right.
Racing out of the Brown, which would not be the same experience.
Exactly right, Tommy. Middle of this third 500, and Princeton definitely on the charge. Princeton has taken a couple seats here since the 1,000-meter mark. They now sit up almost a half a boat. 7:50 to go. Princeton, Cox, and Connor Neal calling another move. He has such good demand of this crew. An anonymous Princeton coach went on record, I guess not technically on record, to say that he's the best Princeton coxswain of all time, Tommy.
Wow, how's that feel, Keenan?
We won't say who said it. It feels bad, but also it feels fine. Princeton continuing to charge. They're up, I would call it 5, maybe 6 seats here, and continuing to push. The Princeton coxswain, he's looking across at 2 seat there, so he's going to be asking his crew, give me another seat. Take me to bow man, take me to bow deck, take me to bow ball. Yeah. And it looks like they're just working through this Brown crew as we speak.
Yep, 500 meters to go. They're going to probably start their sprint if they haven't already started it, because this is their last chance to get in a race before those Eastern Sprint Championships.
Exactly right. Not only are these two crews racing each other, but this is practice for medal racing season. It looks like it is Princeton still sitting up. It's about a full boat length now over Brown. Bow to stern. We'll call it bow to stern here.
Call it bow to stern.
We'll call it bow to stern.
Yeah, we'll call it bow to stern.
But they'll want to try to get a full boat length. They'll want to try to get open water. Again, it just sends a message to the league. If you can beat a really strong Brown crew by open water, that's massive for momentum and confidence.
Absolutely, and call them the mailmen because they've been sending a lot of messages to the league with all their results this season. Hugely successful Princeton crew in the last 200 meters of the race here. Let's see, will they have their first undefeated season, Keenan?
For the past 18 years.
18 years, for the past 18 years, yeah.
Princeton sitting up, still a touch of overlap. They have not broken open water just yet. It is at exactly one full boat length. Princeton's up. Brown definitely gearing up now. They've taken maybe a seat or two back. That bow ball now into the cockpit of Cox and Connor Neal. Say that 10 times fast, Tommy. But last couple strokes here, it is going to be the Princeton Tigers for their first undefeated regular season in the last 18 years.
And they'll be going into the Eastern Sprints ranked first. So we'll get that seed. So congratulations to those seniors again.